Here with Tim Ash, who's an expert on conversion. And today I want to talk about a kind of a hot topic, how personalization and social media can improve your conversion. So tell us about this.
Well, there are basically two ways that we can improve conversion by personalization and social media. One, but they both stem from the same sources. We want to be recognized for who we are, and we want to know that other people like us are engaged in similar activities. So in effect, it's their stamp of approval on our actions, and it serves as a shortcut to our decision making. So one way is to really kind of acknowledge, first of all, that you're a unique individual. Obviously, that's important in regular relationships. It's also important in online relationships. And the other is to actually change the content you show me based on my larger social network. And recently, there have been a lot of tools that make that possible. Specifically, Facebook's come out with some very interesting things.
Tell me how that works.
Well, if you think of the old Facebook, as it were, it's a closed garden model.
Mm-hmm.
You're on Facebook, you create content on Facebook, you share it on Facebook. What they're really trying to do is to reach out beyond Facebook itself to allow you to have personalized interactions on your site. So if you have a website or a landing page and somebody comes to it, you can ask them, hey, can we use Facebook to customize the experience for you? And if they just agree and they say yes, which a large portion of them will because they want a better experience, then you can actually pull from Facebook all of their profile information.
Wow.
Instantly, and then use that to customize the experience.
So you could do page after page if they're dynamically generated that recognize them. That's cool. What do you call that?
Well, they have, it's the F8 developer conference announcement they made. They call it open social. You've probably seen the little like buttons on websites and so on. That's just one way of doing it. But they can actually reach out and say, hey, welcome, Ralph. Welcome to our website. They know you're male, so they're not going to, if it's a shoe site, show you women's high-heeled shoes.
Okay.
And so you can, everything about the experience can be tailored. They can pull in pictures of your friends and say, hey, other people like you like our site. And so all of that kind of gives you a warm and fuzzy, and it also allows you to have a very personal kind of relationship.
Now, does it take a lot of programming to do this, or is there some kind of simple JavaScript for the faint of heart?
Well, I think the specification for how to communicate with Facebook, I mean, you will need a programmer involved, but it's pretty straightforward. It's an API or an application programming interface. And as far as the programming, you could start with simple things. Pull the gender, if they're male or female, make a slightly different site based on that. Pull their name in, use that in the title tag, welcome Ralph. I mean, some of these things are fairly straightforward, but being recognized is something that will skyrocket conversions in many cases.
Any other tips on how social media can improve conversion?
Well, one of the things that we're seeing more and more of is the notion of actually going beyond your friends to your friends' friends. And so it's kind of a collaborative filtering. So you can infer things about the person even though you don't directly know them. So I might like folk music, for example, but you can deduce from my friends exactly what artists I like. I know that's probably getting a little fancy, but...
Now, this personalization and use of social media, is that primarily on the pages leading up to your conversion order-taking system, or would you put that material on those order-taking pages?
Well, imagine if you're actually, say, buying something online and you're at the cart, and on the right-hand side it says the following people are fans of our company, and they're your friends.
Wow.
Would that make you more likely to buy? I think so. So it can be used throughout, and it's used early in the process to create momentum, and it's used later in the process to remove doubts or anxieties.
Wow. Well, that's pretty neat. Thanks for sharing with us. Tell me about your business and what you do.
Well, my company's called SiteTuners, and we help companies large and small improve conversion rates. So we do conversion consulting and tests. We have a very inexpensive $5.99 express review that we do online via GoToMeeting. and we can critique somebody's landing page. And I'm also the founder of Conversion Conference, which is a worldwide series about improving conversions. The next one is going to be in San Francisco, March 14th and 15th of 2011.
Thanks so much for sharing, Tim.
My pleasure.
This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing.